So if you want to know how to win these gift cards, I'm gonna tell you right now how to win these gift cards. What you gotta do is look for the code somewhere in this video. We're gonna put the code up for like at least 2 seconds.
Bam.
It could be right here, it could be anywhere in the video. It could be a $50 gift card.
That's too long. You already put it up too long. It's too long.
Okay, so
it's too long.
Grant, scale it back a little bit. We ain't gonna have it up too long, all right? So we're gonna put the code up somewhere in the video. It could range from anywhere from $10 to $500. So make sure you watch the whole video, find that card, leave me a comment and let me know that you guys found that video, right? So what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Chef Junie's TV. Today we got another episode of In the Kitchen where I bring you simple and easy recipes for you to try out in the comfort of your own home. On today's episode of In the Kitchen, we got the one and only Chuck Dizzle from Homegrown Radio. Oof. The man, the myth, the legend. We finally got him in the kitchen.
Come on now.
I got some big shoes to fill today because I heard your wife is an amazing chef.
Oh man, look.
I got some big shoes to fill today. We're gonna get this nice little family recipe going for you.
The task is gonna be if I can learn this. That's the real mission right there.
You're gonna be able to learn it. You're gonna be able to learn
it. All right, let's see. I see these dinosaur bones over here.
Dinosaur bones, yeah.
What we got over here, man?
We got some short ribs.
Okay.
So these are beef short ribs.
Nice.
We're gonna make like a short rib ragu pasta today. Before we get into this ingredients, around here on Chef Junie's TV, we like to give people their flowers while they can still smell them, while they can still appreciate them, while they can still enjoy them. So we got you a little gift. We got this tote bag for you.
Nice, man. Man, I appreciate that.
We got a few things. These are new, by the way, so you guys get these on the website.
Grab that, you know what I'm saying? Can I see what's in there?
So we got an apron for you.
Okay.
We got an apron.
So when I do that date night, babe, you know what I'm saying? You can see where this apron came from.
Exactly. So we got the apron for you.
Nice.
We got the
I'm gonna let you grab
Chef Junie all-purpose seasoning.
Sweet. Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna use some of that in this recipe. And then we also, my girl got a candle brand. Higher vibration.
See, what you trying to do is trying to have another kid on the way.
Saying,
so you trying to get the date night and then the candle
just
action.
Put my middle name as my name.
What's your middle name?
I don't have a middle name, but just put my name as the middle name. Raymond. Put Raymond as the middle name.
Raymond as the middle name. Okay, got you. Man, I appreciate that.
Candle got the crystals in there, higher vibration.
What's the name of it?
This is a love candle.
Okay, see.
So these are manifestation candles. So this is her love candle.
Okay.
So higher vibration. This is the love candle. Got the crystals in there. Got the herbs in there. You set that, it smell pretty good. And that's how we gonna do that.
Hey, baby. Like that. You know what I mean? Let's get this food out the way, and then you know what I'm saying? I'll be home pretty quick.
Then we got you a thank you card. So Basquiat is my favorite artist, so we got you some Basquiat cards.
You know what's so funny? I was really gonna wear a Basquiat shirt today.
Oh, yeah?
It was too small. I got
the
wrong size. Yeah.
You got like
I got small. I wear a medium. I actually got a small. And it was gonna. Yeah, I didn't want y'all to see all my nipples.
All the muscles and stuff.
You know what I mean?
Rip out the shirt. You ain't gotta read that on camera, but
I'm gonna still read it though.
Okay.
Thank you is the least I can say to show my appreciation for supporting Chef Junie Entertainment. I hope you had a great experience cooking and filming with me. It's always a pleasure to host people such as yourself. Much respect, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
That's love, bro. And to the whole team, man. Thank you guys. Much love.
So that's what we got for you. I don't know if you want to wear your apron now or.
Hell yeah, let's go and get it going. Come on, let's make it happen. Can I put these out of frame?
Yeah, I'll put those away for you.
Let's go.
Kimmy, if you could.
Let's make it official. Chef Junie TV, let's go.
Got it.
Now I'm gonna look crazy if I can't tie it. I'm gonna look crazy. Okay, there we go. Boom.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't have you help me with this, bro. I'm sorry. Go. Let's do it.
All right. So now for our list of ingredients for the short rib ragu, of course we have to have the short rib. That's the start of the show. We gotta have the short rib, right? We got the pasta. You can get any type of pasta you like, your favorite type of pasta. I like the penne because the sauce can get all in the grooves of it and everything like that. So get you a box of penne and cook it like exactly like it says on the box.
Okay.
You know. Then we got some beef stock. Right, we got some tomato paste.
Okay.
We got some. This is what we call a mirepoix. So we got a mirepoix. It's carrots, celery, and onion.
There we go.
Right?
Mirepoix.
Mirepoix. Celery, celery, and onion. We got garlic. We got some fresh herbs that we're gonna throw in there.
Okay.
We got some crushed tomatoes.
Okay.
We got some Parmesan cheese for garnish.
So what's the difference between the paste and
the paste is like really concentrated tomato, so
Okay.
this is gonna give a lot of tomato flavor.
Okay.
This is just to build the sauce up.
Gotcha.
Right. Then we got some red wine and we got some olive oil.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
So that was the list of ingredients. Now it's time to get our hands a little bit dirty.
make it
We're gonna chop up some stuff. I'm gonna have you chop up.
Oh, you gonna have me do it?
I'm gonna have you do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
That's
you do
why
it.
I'm here, I guess, right? Okay.
I'm gonna have you do it. So I'm gonna show you a little bit, and then you're gonna do the rest. All right.
All right.
So first we gotta chop up our mirepoix.
The
We got
mirepoix.
the onions, the celery, the carrots.
Gotcha.
Right. So let's get some gloves on.
That's good. I feel like OJ right now. Damn.
If the gloves don't fit, you
it
must
it
have
don't
quit.
fit. All right, there we go. Cool.
All right, so the first thing we already cleaned these off, and the carrots, you don't have to peel the skin.
Okay.
You know, people say it's like, oh, it's bitter or whatever, but we want all that flavor into this
Got
dish, all right? So the first thing we do, we're gonna cut some celery, right? So we're gonna we want small dices for this recipe, all right?
Now, one thing I do know about chopping is like you go down, right?
Right.
Cool. That's all I know. That's about it. That's all I know.
So we cut them up into long strips.
Okay.
And then we just dice them up a little bit.
That's the part. That's the part you make look easy. That's really not easy.
I mean,
and beginners that tried, I'm gonna look crazy trying to do it right now.
And then the carrots, the same thing, right? So we just wanna cut them down into small pieces like that.
See, that part I can handle. It's that other, that part, that
easy.
second part
It's
that
easy.
you say it's easy, but you Chef Junie.
it's
It's
just-
Chef Junie TV.
It's just a rocking motion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, rock it back and forth.
That's what she said, right?
Yeah, so
All
you
right,
just
here we go.
put it back, go down.
You said until I chop my goddamn finger off.
We ain't got insurance, so don't do that.
Let me look at that card again. Let me make sure it's some. Nah.
Right, your turn.
All right, here we go. So, that too big?
Yeah, so you want to
Okay.
cut that one in half too. So to hold your knife a little bit better, kind of want to have you want to grip it like this.
Okay.
You get more control of the knife that way.
Not the handle.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna ask you some questions. So,
Now you want to ask the question.
when did homegrown radio start?
Man, it actually started from.
See, wait, real quick.
Yes, you don't
yeah,
talk about that until I get this
yeah.
right. Yeah, fuck homegrown. Get these damn choppers right. Wait, hold on. Hold on. So boom, boom, boom.
Right, there we go. But you gotta kind of go all the way through. You gotta rock it through. Because if you don't rock it through, then you get these pieces
Big ass
that
chunks.
stuck together.
That's in the flavor though, right?
Right, yeah.
You like, that's just the shit you gonna eat. All right. So yeah, homegrown. It started off, honestly, man, I'm a radio baby. So like I grew up listening to 92.3 The Beat. That was like the soundtrack of my life.
Okay.
I knew it was something I was interested in at a young age. So at the time I got into college, they said in order to do radio, you need to do an internship.
Okay.
So for me, I did college radio, and in the process of me doing college radio, I realized there was like a void of like showing love to upcoming artists. Homegrown was like a production company that I had at the time. So I was like, you know what, it makes sense marketing-wise to kind of call it homegrown radio and showcase new talent that are coming up. So that's kind of how the inception started. This is before the apartment, before I linked with DJ Head. This started off at the campus of Long Beach State back in like 05, 06.
Okay, so you created homegrown in Long Beach State in what year?
2005.
2005, okay. Speaking about back in the day, let me know where, because we like to get to know the person. So let me know, wait.
Yeah, talk to me. Yeah, fuck me. Let's get these ingredients right.
let me help you out a little bit, right?
I can tell you all about homegrown when I'm not chopping some carrots.
All right, so we want to do it like that.
And then I can chop the other part.
We can do it like that, go down like that, there we go. You know, put them flat so you get a good surface.
Okay. This is about to be the longest episode y'all gonna have, because hey man, the concentration is real. Let me try to get one more little boom. I
So where did you grow up in LA? What's your background?
So I'm from Carson, born and raised in Carson. I went to school in Long Beach, so Long Beach is like my second home. High school in Long Beach or whatever. Came up from, you know, good background. Moms and pops were together. They broke up like when I was in probably like 3rd or 4th grade. Okay. So I had like, I like to tell people I had like a semi-broken home. Pops are still there,
right,
but they broke up, got divorced when I was like 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay.
So that's kind of like how my childhood was. So they were both around, both loved me to death. Like they great people. But you know, you see that kind of coming up, and obviously as a kid, you think it's your fault. You put all these pressures on yourself. Yeah. So it's like coming up, I always kind of had that in my corner pocket, like, damn, I kind of wish they were together. But you know, they did the best to raise me, and they did a great job in my opinion.
Okay. So. And then, what high school what school did you go to?
I went to St. Anthony in Long Beach, Catholic school. And then, obviously, Long Beach State.
So you're a Catholic school boy. I went to a Catholic school till I got kicked out.
Yeah, you know what's wild is that Catholic schools, to be honest, that's where a lot of the, I'm not gonna say the roughest people, but in St. Anthony's in particular, it was where a lot of the rejects went. To be honest, like the people that got kicked out of Poly and Milliken and Wilson, they had no other choice but to go to Catholic school. Their parents was like, look, you got to straighten up. And then some got kicked out of there too. So you know. Okay.
And then you went to college in
Long Beach State.
Long Beach State, and that's how you came up with Homegrown Radio. Okay.
Exactly.
Now fast forward a little bit to where Homegrown became like Homegrown in the house. Homegrown.
So on the campus of Long Beach State, I got a partner by the name of Smarts, rest in peace.
He start dicing them up now. Yeah. A little bit at a time. We ain't got to do too much.
Okay.
So you had a homeboy.
I had a partner by the name of Smarts, man. Rest in peace. He actually came through by way of these artists that I was dealing with, Misfit Entertainment. There was some local rap group in Long Beach, and he was their manager. But he also knew DJ Head. He was like, yo, do you know Head? I'm like, yeah, I know of Head. He wasn't a DJ at the time. I was like, yeah, I know Head. He's like, man, you guys do the same thing. He does radio over Cerritos. Okay. I did radio at Long Beach State. He's like, man, y'all should just talk one day. Like,
he's out the way.
Yeah. He was like, y'all should just talk one day because you do a similar thing. You guys both showcase new artists on your platforms. You guys kind of well respected in the city. I think it'd just be dope if you guys link up. Got on the phone with Head one day. I was like, yo, man, just pull up to where I'm at, Long Beach State. He brought G Malone at the time. That's when he started running with him.
Okay.
And it was like, honestly, it was God sent, bro, because at that time, I was doing everything on my own. Like I'm sitting there, booking the interviews, playing the music, doing the prep, doing the show run. I was like a one-man setup. So when he came aboard, I'm like, yo, it'd be dope if you could actually play the music while I actually, do the interviews or whatnot. And this is at the time we were transitioning out of Long Beach State into my apartment. He pulled up one week, we started doing a show, and like after that he never left. It's been like rocking ever since.
So what made that transition, because you say he had his own thing on, what made that transition just to say, okay, let's come together and keep it as Homegrown Radio?
Well, because I graduated from Long Beach State in 2005, right? I was still doing the show in 2007, 8, 9, whatever, and they deactivated my key card. So I couldn't do the show no more, and I had to figure something out. So at that time, that's when me and Head linked up. I'm like, y'all think we should try to do something? And he wasn't in school at Cerritos no more, kind of looking for an outlet also. And I think the momentum of Homegrown was already kind of moving, and he was like, well, shit. Like, I already see what you're doing. I got a relationship with the artist. I'm gonna just pull up. I'm learning to DJ anyway. So I think we already had the momentum as Homegrown myself kind of moving forward with that. So it just made sense to kind of run with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're gonna cut this onion up a little bit. I'm gonna show you how to do this. And then this one is a little bit easier.
Okay.
Right, we'll peel that off. And so what we wanna do
is easy until I get to it.
What we wanna do is we wanna slice the onions that way.
Okay.
The long way, like that, 1, 2. Then we're gonna keep going up. Then we're gonna just cut the onion down like that. So
okay. So don't go all the way through.
Don't go all the way through.
Okay. So
you kind of keep your hands like up here. That way you don't go back and cut your finger off. Yeah.
And then stop right there.
Yeah.
Or keep going.
Go. Stop right there.
You said go and stop. He said go and stop right there. Which one?
I was gonna tell you go some more, but then I didn't want you to go too far, so I said go stop right there. Right, a little bit more. Right, and then the top, just a little bit at the top, like right there. Put your
okay.
There we go. Right. Then we're gonna turn our onion, and then we're just gonna go down like that.
Can I go this way, or do I have to?
Yep. You can do it however, whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I went all the way through. I wasn't supposed to do
Yeah, you
that.
go all the way through.
Okay.
Just not all the way to the back.
That's what she said. Maybe she did something, you know what I mean?
All right, so do you remember your first interview? Who was your first interview when you was like in the home?
The first major interview that we did around that time, is that all the way through?
Now we're just gonna cut it down like this. And you get your nice little cubes like that.
Got it. Ironically enough, the first interview we did, like the first major interview, we actually had, at the time, this one they was all kind of rolling together, the whole Top Dog crew, TDE. So it was Kendrick, Schoolboy, J-Rock, Ab-Soul, even like A-Mac was there, Punch, Moose, like just the whole team, man. They were just all there. And this was kind of around the time that Kendrick was transitioning between K-Dot to Kendrick Lamar. He was just about to drop the EP. And that was just one of the most memorable times, because that was before we had the full setup in the room. Like, we literally was doing it before we moved. A lot of people don't know this. Before we moved to the room that most people know, I was doing it in the living room of that apartment. So I hadn't even had the other room set up yet.
Right.
So I've literally got a card table, and there's some footage somewhere out there, just us talking to him in my living room at that point in time. But I think when that happened, I knew it was like, okay, we're kind of on to something, because they were kind of emerging at the time. No, I don't think anybody saw the progression of everybody at that one moment, but I think we all kind of knew, like, yo, we're on to something. We all believe in each other, and we all kind of got it out the mud together. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of feel like we all knew something was brewing, but it was still kind of like too early to kind of tell, you know?
Okay. So now for the garlic is a little tricky.
I think we got to smash that, right?
You can smash it, or you can do it like this.
All right, I got that. Come on, man, I got that. I got like 3, you know.
Yeah. Or, like you said, you can smash it.
That's easier. I like, though, I still got to cut it, though.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. We want like a fine mince on the garlic.
Okay.
Okay.
How about I'm going to try one, and I'm going to smash the other one. So, grab my grip like that, like this.
Right, yep.
Boom.
You can go all the way through with that. Yeah. So speaking of having all your equipment in your home and doing stuff like that, Bobby was telling me a story that you told him that it was a point in time where somebody stole some equipment out your house.
Yo, that was one of the last shows we did out of the apartment. Ironically, there was no issues that we had. Gotta think, we was in Inglewood at the time, off of Crenshaw and Imperial, actually the Moley in 113.
Okay.
Main Street's Crenshaw and Imperial. And we didn't have any issues over there, man. No, and I'm gonna tell you something funny after this, but we had no issues, no problems. We had different hoods, different people pull up, and they respected the show so much there was no drama, thankfully. But one particular day, we were celebrating the homie's birthday, just got done with the show, and somebody stole an iPod out of the crib, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why it was such a big thing was because my pops had just passed, right? And it was his iPod.
Right.
So it was like a significant thing. A lot of, everybody kind of shut the shit down. It was like, yo, where's the iPod? A lot of people was like, the next day, they're like, we'll replace it. I'm like, it's not even about replacing it. It's something significant.
Sentimental.
So after that, that's when we kind of knew we had to kind of transition the show from the apartment, because it was getting too crazy. Mind you, this is like 60, 70 people pulling up. Actually, sometimes even 100 people pulling up outside in the parking lot, inside the house. It was a major moment, but that was one of the biggest issues that we had. You would think that being in Inglewood, being around that environment, you would think it'd be a fight or some gunshots or something, but thankfully that was the biggest issue that popped off. It was just more of a respect thing, because people knew, you know, what platform we would provide, what we were doing for the people. And, you know, I took it personal in terms of like, you know, you stealing out of my house, and then, you know, something that's significant like that. So.
Did you ever get the iPad back?
Nah, never got it back.
Did that deter you from wanting to continue to do it, or like that? Like you said, that was the time where you knew, like, okay, now we got to transition to something.
Yeah, it was like more. It was like kind of like the writings on the wall. We knew at some point we were gonna have to get up out of there. You know, cause my pop backstory. it was my pop's apartment, complex, right? So the building that we were in, I was living there. That was the apartment that I was living. He said, "Let me take over." Right? It was the apartment that I was living in. So we would have people come back and forth, do interviews, but it was, you know, our spot. So when my pops passed, I knew at some point in time it was like we were gonna have to move on and kind of do our thing. So that was just one like kind of separate incident. One of many incidents was like, okay, it's kind of time we gotta figure the next move out or whatever. But it didn't stop me to say I don't want to do homegrown anymore. It was just like, what's gonna be that next stop? What's gonna be that next step?
Right,
you know? How like people were so used to coming to our spot on Thursday night where it was like that was the thing. So it was a little challenging in the sense of like picking back up and figuring out what the next move was gonna be. But it never stopped me to say, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay, I feel you. I had the same kind of experience because I was working in Alaska on a cruise, and I had started my catering company. And I put all my stuff in storage, and when I came back, my storage was gone. So it was like, damn, do I want to continue to do this? Do I want to build all over again? But like you said, if it's your passion, your dream, you're gonna figure out a way. You're gonna keep pushing through, and you're gonna make it happen.
You're gonna have these roadblocks, and that's gonna show you if it's really meant to be. You understand? Because you're gonna be met with these constant roadblocks. You're gonna be met with these challenges. And I tell people all the time, if you still have that passion to kind of move forward no matter what, then you know you're on the right path of whatever said goal is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. So we're just gonna season up these short ribs now, but I want to talk to you more about what was the next transition, next move for Homegrown Radio, right? For the ribs, we just gonna put them on the cutting board because we're not gonna use this cutting board no more. Put them on the cutting board like that. And what we want to do is we want to generously season these with some salt. We don't want to put too much seasoning on these because these got a brown and we don't want the seasonings to burn. Okay. So we're just gonna season it right now with salt, all right?
Just a little basic salt.
Yeah, so just some table salt. Okay. And we want a generous amount on there.
So is that the generous amount?
Yeah, that's
so don't do no more.
No more. So then we're gonna flip them over.
You just gonna put the salt on there?
No, you're gonna do the salt on this side. Yeah.
I was about to say, I got saved.
You gotta learn how to do this so when you go home.
He's like, you gotta do something.
So when you go home, you know.
I'm gonna be FaceTiming like, Junie, hey, how I chop the carrots again? All right, generous, boom, 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 boom.
Yep, get your Salt Bae on. Yeah, there we go.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, is that cool?
That's cool. A little bit more on that one.
You said generous, so I'm being, you know.
Yeah, there we go.
Boom. Cool?
Yeah, that's cool. So now we're going to reset the kitchen. We're going to get our stove out. We're going to brown these up. But I want to get to know you more. I want to get to know what was the next step on Homegrown Radio. Talk about your family life a little bit, the wife and kids and all that good stuff. And we're just going to keep it pushing like that, all right?
Make it happen, all right?
So we're going to reset the kitchen. We'll see y'all in a little bit, all right? All right, so we got our pot on a nice high heat. We're going to add some olive oil because we want to get a nice sear on these short ribs, all right? So we want about maybe 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the bottom of the pan.
How do you just know it's 2 tablespoons?
My ancestors tell me.
Boom.
They say stop.
Stop.
Yeah, right? See, it's smoking already. That pan is nice and hot, right? So what we want to do is we want to just get these. The bone is up there. We want to get the meat side down first, right? All right, your turn.
Bone is right here. You want to do the meat.
Meat side down first.
Meat side down.
Yeah.
Bone. You want to get the meat side down.
Meat side down.
All right. This right here is the bone, people.
Bone is
you
on the side.
You want to have the meat side down.
Meat side down. There we go.
And this the bone right here.
Right.
So you just want to make sure you get the meat side down.
Right. So while those are browning, you know, let's talk a little bit louder so you can hear us over this sizzling. All right. So tell us, what was that next transition into Homegrown, and what did you guys take it from there?
I gotta give huge shouts out. I'll never really say it too much on the public platform, but I gotta shout out G Malone. After we had to transition out of the apartment, he offered up his studio space and let us do Homegrown there at Signal Hill for a couple of years. From there, we went to another spot off of Market Street, and then by that time, we got the attention of iHeartRadio and was able to kind of take the show to the next level, to mainstream radio, which is the biggest blessing. I don't think anybody saw it happening at that time, but you know, there was a huge announcement that Big Boy was leaving Power 106, and there was a new radio station popping, coming through. Head at the time was like, yo, there's no way that there's gonna be a station in LA and I'm not gonna be a part of it. I already had experience with 2 other LA radio stations at the time. I worked for The Beat at one point in time. I worked for Curated for a little bit. So I kind of already got that radio itch scratched. I wasn't tripping. I was good with building Homegrown, but thankfully at the time he was like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever I can to be a part of that. He got his foot in the door, and when he got in there, he brought me in there, and then, you know, Homegrown was able to take that next leap to the mainstream platform of iHeart.
So give us some insight. I don't really know, but I want to know. I've been asking myself this question for the longest. Why did Big Boy leave Power 106?
I mean, it's public news. I mean, they weren't really showing, not gonna say they weren't showing him love. It was like he knew his worth, and he had to leave one platform to go to the next one. The next platform was showing him more love as far as wanting to compensate him more. So for him, it was like a reset on his career. Big Boy's a legend, man. Can't nobody take what he's doing. Can't nobody take from what Big Boy has brought to radio to Los Angeles. So for him, I think it was more of like a self-discovery, a self-worth. And it was what he needed at the time to kind of like say, you know what, I'm going to show people that I know what I'm worth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
well, if I ever meet Big Boy, I just want to let Big Boy know you owe me $350.
Why?
Because I was driving to school one day. This is when I was in high school, going to Hamilton. I thought I was the cool kid because I had a little Mustang at the time. Driving to school, listening to Big Boy, listening to the phone taps.
Of course, on the
One of them was funny as hell, and I started dying laughing and didn't realize the light had turned red and went through the light and then got pulled over. So it's Big Boy's fault that I got
the ticket.
Yeah.
Even though you was looking clearly.
Right.
You was driving.
I was laughing. So I was
you was laughing so hard that you missed the ticket.
Right.
You missed the light.
So Big Boy, you owe me $350.
Wow.
So you see that nice stare on there like that?
Gotcha. Yeah.
You see that?
Okay.
Nice, beautiful stare on there. Now we're just gonna flip them over.
Got it.
Like that. There we go. You can flip them over.
So all of them gonna do that.
All of them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, nice. So I don't touch it, obviously, with my hand, right?
Right.
Okay, boom.
Beautiful sear on there.
Oh, you want to pull it up? Pull the other one out too? You see it? Boom. Beautiful sear.
Yeah. Beautiful sear. That's that Chuck Dizzle sear right there, right?
That Chuck Dizzle sizzle. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Okay, cool. You good? You good?
All right. So you got to kind of turn it not all the way down. I'm gonna take over for you. You got to turn it from high to medium heat, so the sear doesn't turn into charcoal. So that is what we're doing right now. And although the light, this is just a part of the protocol right now. Only when Chuck Dizzle comes, when you get the fire alarm.
All right, you guys, we back. Crisis averted. Chuck almost burned down the kitchen.
I told you.
So
I told you off camera.
No, that was natural.
Gonna be some difficulty.
That was natural. We just ain't got the, stove. So, this is a very high temperature. We gotta get that high temperature. So nothing is burnt. We just got that. So we still got that beautiful sear on there, as you guys can see. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take these out, right?
Got it. Please, let's do that. So we get another.
Set these to the side.
Do.
And now we're just gonna cook off our vegetables, all right?
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and turn the heat to medium.
Mirepoix?
Throw that in? Mirepoix, right?
I can just throw it in?
Yep, you can throw it. Don't throw it because it's gonna splash. So,
okay, so.
Just,
I don't know why I got my hands.
All right. Then we're gonna hit that with a little bit of salt because we want to season each part of this dish.
Okay.
All right.
A little more, that's it.
That should be good, right? Then we're just gonna let these, let's call it what we sweating. We're gonna sweat these out. We're gonna let the onions get translucent.
Okay. You can see.
Exactly.
Okay, I knew.
There you go.
I kind of put the words together, translucent.
All
okay,
right.
I got you.
And now we're gonna sweat this for about 2 minutes, right?
Got it.
While we're doing that, I got a round of rapid fire questions for you, all right?
Okay, let's do it.
First question. If you are what you eat, what are you? We all know why you're laughing. This is rapid fire.
I'm not candy corn. I'm not candy corn. Let's put it like that. I'm anything but candy corn. Anything but candy corn.
Anything but candy corn.
Yeah, anything but candy corn.
That's what we're going with, all right? What is one of your guilty pleasures?
I would say, I'm trying to think. All right. So don't judge me off of this, please, because it has to do with food.
Okay.
I like my meat well done.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
This interview is over. This interview is
I'm
over.
sorry.
Cut the cameras. We cannot cook no more.
I'll settle. Like I've learned, thanks to my wife, I've learned to settle with medium well. But anything like I don't like blood. I don't like seeing red or blood. That just freaks me out. So I'm more on the well done side. Sorry, I know it's rapid, but sorry.
Biggest pet peeve. Medium rare steak.
Biggest pet peeve. I hate repeating myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll feel you on that one because I hate repeating myself.
What'd you say?
I hate. This guy's good. This guy's good. Okay. You're on a life raft.
Uh-huh.
You look in the ocean.
Okay.
You see Silas and Head. You only got room for one person.
Ooh.
Who you pulling up?
I'm pulling up Salas. Head got a big ass head. He's gonna float. He'll be good. Head is gonna float to the top. No, seriously. Head will find his way out of any situation. So I have no worry. Salas will too, but Salas is smart. So I know I'll be able to get back to safety quicker than Salas.
What's that? Okay.
Head will figure his way out.
That was quick too.
Very
you said
quick.
Salas quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Our last question is always a top 5 question. All right.
Okay.
So, your top 5 radio personalities.
Julio G, Big Boy, John London from John London the House Party back in the day, Charlamagne the God, and
Theo.
I'm gonna give,
No, go ahead with your
and Angie Martinez.
Angie Martinez. I thought you were gonna say Theo.
Nah, I don't know where Theo's at. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows where Theo's at right now. Shout out to Theo.
Okay, that was your round of rapid fire questions. That was pretty good.
Boom.
All right, so we got these sweated out a little bit. Now we're gonna add our garlic, the aromatics. These are also called aromatics. So when you start smelling that garlic, you already know.
Aromatics.
When you guys can smell this, you can see why it's called aromatics. You smell that garlic, and we use real garlic. We don't like to use that garlic that's like in the jar already, and you just scoop it out and put it in there. Or the garlic paste, because it loses a lot of flavor.
Okay.
In the process that they got to do to extract the garlic from, it loses a lot of flavor.
I got you.
Right? So we're gonna go ahead and sweat those out a little bit. Now we can add our tomato paste, right? We're gonna add about maybe 1 tablespoon of tomato paste.
Okay.
Right?
So why not get like chopped tomatoes? Since you were talking about all that with the garlic, why not do that with the tomato?
We got the tomato
paste sauce right there.
The crushed tomatoes.
Crushed tomatoes. So
this is just like concentrated tomatoes. So this is like 1 million tomatoes in one tube.
But why do we need that if we have that?
Because this is gonna give you all the tomato flavor.
Okay.
And that's to build the sauce up a little bit.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and just mix that tomato paste up in there like that. Let's talk about your family life a little bit.
Gotcha.
How long have you been with your wife? When did you meet her?
Man.
How did that come about? When did y'all get married?
Man, ironically enough, I met my wife on my 25th birthday.
25th birthday.
I met her. I didn't realize she was my wife at the time. So I was super faded. 25th birthday. I was trying to holler at her on the way out of the club or this restaurant, and she wouldn't give me the time of day. Okay. So I didn't know that she was somebody I was going to be trying to get at later on, but we actually seen each other a couple more times throughout the course of that summer, and we all have mutual friends, and they pretty much vouched for me, saying I was a good dude or whatever. She was in a relationship at the time. When she got out of the relationship, we started hollering at each other, and you know, one thing led to another. We actually got together really, really fast, like moved in together. That's a whole different story, but I knew on our first date that I was going to marry her.
And what?
You know why?
Why?
Because she cooked for me.
Did she cook for you?
She actually cooked for me. And you know, it wasn't like an extravagant meal. It was just, you know, some like rice and fish. It was something basic, but it was like no woman has ever done that for me.
Yeah.
So it was like such a special moment for me. I told her on our first date, she thought I was crazy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna marry you. She was like, okay, like, and you know, we've been married for now 10 years, been together for about 14 years.
Okay.
Got a little one that's 4 years old now. So yeah, man.
Now we can add our red wine.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna add that. This is what we call deglazing the pan. So this is gonna get all that flavor off the bottom of the pan into the vegetables.
Deglazing the pan.
Yeah.
So we sweated it. And now we
deglazing it, get all that flavor up. Okay. What stage was homegrown in when you met your wife?
In the very beginning, like, so when we were at Long Beach State, that's when I met her.
Okay.
So she saw the early stages of it. Like, if you go back and look, there's a freestyle that Kendrick, Absol, and I might have a blank right now. J-Rock, wow. Kendrick, Absol, and J-Rock, there's a freestyle that's on our YouTube right now, and I just looked at it not too long ago and actually saw her in the back of the video. So, I mean, she's been down for early days, man.
And how was that support from her? Because, you know, a lot of us, we got women in our lives, wives in our lives, and we're chasing our dreams right now, and we have that good support system from them. How was the support system from her, and how did that evolve to where it is now?
It's probably the foundation of like what we do today. Like, honestly, Homegrown wouldn't be what it is without her support. We were doing it out of my apartment. We were living in our apartment, having tons of people just think rappers
in and out
of the house, sometimes till 4 in the morning. And I thank her to this day that she was supportive enough to be like, okay, you know, it wasn't easy, but she understood what I was trying to do, and I think that was the overall message. She saw what I was passionate about and was like, all right, I can put that difference to the side and kind of like let you do your thing.
Now that wine, we're gonna continue, but now that wine is a little absorbent into the, and it's almost gone, we're gonna add our beef stock in, right?
Okay.
Add our beef stock, and we're gonna add our tomatoes. Okay. We got that. We're gonna bring that back up to a boil. Stir that up a little bit. Was there any did it ever cause any rifts between y'all?
The only rift I would say is that one day that I and this was back in my drinking days, I like passed out one day and it was literally like 4 in the morning. Shouts out to Terrace Martin, shouts out to Punch, I tell the story all the time. They had to end up locking my apartment up. She went to bed early, but we were all still there just, you know, having a good time, and I passed out on the couch. So literally Punch and Terrace Martin had to lock up my apartment one day. And that's when she was like, dude, you gotta like chill out, like relax. She'd always had me like wanting to calm down with the drinking, but I think that was the only time when she was like, look, if you're gonna do this, understand that I'm here too. You gotta respect the household and make sure that, you know, you keep me safe too. So that was kind of one of a wake up moment for me where I'm like, okay, this is a passion of mine, but at the same time, I gotta respect that this is our house. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a riff, but it was more or less of like kind of like a come to Jesus moment. Like we gotta.
Is that what started you on your sobriety journey? Or?
That was one of many moments, but I mean, I had an issue with drinking for some time, and this is coming from somebody I'm transparent with. I've had DUIs before. Well, I only had one DUI. I've sideswiped car. I've done all kind of crazy stuff behind alcohol, you know, passing out, all this other things. But you know, head was like one of the main factors of telling me like, yo, we're getting to the point now where it's not funny. Right. You know what I mean? And people are looking at you as an example. So, you know, you might want to kind of cut that off. And he pulled up on me, like, had a real nigga conversation. Was like, look, I rock with you, but I'm gonna have to separate myself from you if you don't understand and kind of learn. Like, we gotta, you know, this is coming from somebody that doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do nothing. He has always been square from day one. But that was kind of where that moment when he put up on me, I realized how serious it was. I'm like, okay. Ever since then, we were talking like 6 years now.
So
6 years, yeah. Sober 6 years.
We're gonna applaud you for that because I know how hard it is to beat an addiction. We had your apple cider ready for you.
Man, hey, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
Good luck.
So we got this up to a boil now. We're gonna add our short ribs back to the pan like that.
Yeah.
Right, we want to get, like I said, the same thing as the other one. We want to get the meat side down. All right, so we want to get the meat
side down still.
Yeah. And we're not gonna add too much flavor. We're gonna add the flavor at the end.
Ain't the meat? Okay, I'm about to say I almost had to check you just now.
We're gonna add because we got that Chef Junie seasoning.
Okay. Okay, got you.
But we want to let this simmer and cook. We also got our herbs. So we're gonna throw our fresh herbs in there. We can throw all that up in there just like that.
Is this a bay leaf?
That's a bay leaf.
It's thyme.
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
And thyme.
See, I know a little bit of. I can just throw it in.
Yeah, just throw them in there, right?
I know a little bit about a little bit.
And then what we're gonna do from here, we're just gonna cover this and throw this in the oven for about 2.5 to 3 hours. Right, it's gonna come out nice and tender and nice and falling off the bone.
Okay.
And we're gonna continue to make our sauce from there, all right? So we're gonna talk to Chuck Dizzle some more. We're gonna find out more about the family. We're gonna talk about the kids.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna get into more what's going on with Homegrown and the radio station and everything like that. So we're gonna throw these in the oven and we're gonna be right back, all right? Welcome back, everybody. So we just had this in the oven for about 2.5 hours. We was just kicking it, talking, chilling here, right? So we got this out the oven. The short rib is nice and tender, pork tender, and we're gonna shred that all up, and we're just gonna get that out the pot like that, right? So you see how it's nice and tender and falling off the bone like that?
Man.
All right.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna get these out. Be careful. Put them in the bowl. Set them to the side. I'm gonna have you shred up all that meat off the bone.
Oh, I'm gonna take. Okay. So I'm doing the shredding.
Yeah.
Got you.
See how they're already falling off the bone?
That's it. Yeah, man. There's a bone right there. Right. The shit didn't fell off.
Then we gonna go ahead.
It's easy work for me.
Easy work.
Look, get it in real time. It's about to fall off the bone right here. Okay. See, it's falling. It's gonna fall off at some point.
There we go. Yeah.
The bone fell off too, but it's all good.
And then we're just gonna take out our herbs because we don't want that. Oh, look at another bone. We found another bone.
It fell off.
It fell off. right? So this is our sauce right here.
Okay.
We're gonna take out these herbs because we don't want to eat these herbs like that. Put them on the towel over there. We got more towels.
It's in the budget.
It's in the budget.
I'm saying big budgets.
So how do you and your wife?
I'm sorry. I'm shredding this right now. Taking it apart.
Yeah, you can do it with a fork or with your hands. How do you and your wife, because y'all so busy, y'all both got popping careers, how do you guys balance your family life with your son and everything like that?
Man, I think we're fortunate enough to kind of like be able to have that one-on-one time with them. And, you know, I think honestly, and people might feel a certain way, but I think for us, the pandemic was like one of the biggest blessings because it forced all the industries to kind of reimagine how to do stuff. So for us, with radio at least, I was able to work from home, you know, remotely for some time. So I got that in-home time with them at these like very impressionable years. Same thing with her. Like she's able to kind of create her own schedule in terms of like, you know, when she does events, you know, scheduling things out like that. So we're really, really, we take that very serious in terms of just making sure we have extra time for them because we know that, you know, things will at some point pick up and we might not have as much time. So these early years, we want to get it in while we can.
Right.
I feel like I'm not doing this the right way.
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm messing this up right now. Do I just pull them apart or?
Yeah, we just, you know, shred it up a little bit like that. You know, shred it up and put it back into the sauce.
So we're doing it that way.
Yeah,
Okay, got you.
You know, I'll help you out with this a little bit. You know, just shred it up like that. It might be too hot for your hands.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little. You know, you got them chef hands.
Yeah.
So you're used to this.
So we want to get off like this gristle part. We don't want that gristle part in there.
Gotcha. So the gristle stays here.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So I think we're just very, very intentional with our time with them and making sure that we, you know, make sure we set that time for them and when time and let me be honest, man, we do have a strong village too. So you know, we do have people that are able to watch them, family that's there. So that allows us to, you know, be able to maneuver and do our thing at the same time. But when we come back home, it's all attention's on him, you know. And he's very involved with stuff. Like she does cooking stuff with him. And whenever I'm recording, I bring him to the mic sometimes. I've had him on the show sometimes. Like, so people are very aware that I have a son. And he's, you know, aware of what we do. And recently,
recently, like a few days ago, DJ had announced that he wasn't going to be with the, is
Real.
He leaving?
Yeah, he left Real 92.3. He left iHeart. He's kind of doing the solo thing right now. He's got some things he's going to be announcing soon. So I'll just say stay tuned for that.
So what does that leave Homegrown?
Homegrown's still homegrown. Like we're independent. So with iHeart, it allows us to kind of like maneuver in a different way where I'm still on iHeart. I'm still on Real. And the interviews that we still do, you know, here's the thing about Homegrown, right? The interviews that we still kind of do and showcase, they're going to be big moments. So it's like I can still play that on the radio.
Right.
So it's like, in a sense, he's gone, but I'm still there. Homegrown's still going to be popping. We're still going to be doing our thing. It's not, a lot of people were like, man, it's going to be so sad. I'm sorry, you guys. It's like, nah, we're still doing our thing. Homegrown is independent. We're still rocking together. In terms of Chuck Dizzle and DJ Head on Real 92.3, that's no longer a thing, but I'm still there. He's going to be doing some other things. And you'll
so
just
Homegrown in a whole just left iHeart? Or Homegrown is still on iHeart?
DJ Head left iHeart.
Oh, DJ Head, okay.
Homegrown is kind of taking a back seat on iHeart. We're not on every single day.
Okay.
So because me and Head as a collective, as Homegrown, are no longer on Real like that. We're just doing like one day a week on Real. You know what I mean? He's gone. I'm still there. But we still independently, it's still an everyday thing. You know how this independent thing goes. It's no stops with that.
Okay. So it ain't no Desus and Mero, the team break.
No. We still, that's my guy. We still rocking. Yeah, a lot of people got that kind of misconstrued too. They're like, oh my God, Head left you. It's like, nah, he's doing his own thing, but we still are doing Homegrown together. So nothing's gonna change in that sense with Homegrown.
Okay, perfect. And now we're gonna hit this with a little bit of that Chef Junie.
Let's do it.
Seasoning. Just gonna get a little.
Should I take the gloves off?
Yeah.
I'm looking a little crazy here.
This could be our trash bowl now because we ain't gonna eat those bowls.
And then do one bit. Are we being moderate with this?
We can go moderate. We can be generous. We can do what we want because this don't have a lot of salt in it.
Okay.
Just packed full of flavor.
Got it.
Right. And we're just gonna mix that up and see how this sauce is coming together. Nice Ragu, short rib. You got your carrots in there. You got your onions and your
mirepoix,
right? And now from here we can add our pasta.
Okay.
So this hot sauce is still hot, so the pasta is gonna heat up in the sauce.
Got it.
So we can have.
So there's no need to heat that up.
No
once
need
it's
to
in
heat
there.
that up, right?
Boom.
I mean, you can, but
there's no point.
There's no point. A couple handfuls of the pasta like that. You know, you can go ahead and mix that up.
What's your favorite dish to make?
My favorite dish to make? It all depends on what I'm craving at the time.
Gotcha.
So probably right now, like I love to make a good lamb chops.
Okay.
Yeah, good lamb chops.
Is there something that's like too difficult? Something that's like, man, I stay away from that because I don't like the way that is.
Honestly, I don't feel like nothing is really too difficult for me to do.
Is it a challenge for you? Like,
yeah, some things are a challenge. Like,
what's the most challenging thing that you've had to put together?
Desserts.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of chefs say that. My wife says the same thing. She doesn't like to do
too precise.
Got it.
Like
you have to have the measuring.
Exactly the right amount of flour, the right amount of this. With cooking, like if I mess up, then I could just add a little bit of something else to it.
Right,
you know?
gotcha.
With bacon, if you mess up, you got to throw it away.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get our plates out. We can move this out the way now.
Okay.
We got our Parmesan cheese and our parsley for garnish.
Okay.
Right, and we also got some nice flowers we're gonna use to garnish.
I saw that. I'm like, I know you said you was giving me my flowers. I was hoping those weren't the flowers you're gonna be giving
No,
me.
those ain't the flowers we're giving you, right?
Cool.
So we got our plates over here. We got some nice white plates.
Okay.
With
What am I doing with this?
karat gold.
Keep this in the bowl?
We can put this over here. Nice 24 karat gold ring around the plate, right?
It's in the detail. Don't break it now. Don't say the 24 karat gold and then smash it.
I mean,
it's your kitchen. You do it.
We got Chuck in the kitchen. He gonna replace it for us.
Is that what we doing? Okay. All right. Big budgets.
Where did my flowers go?
Right here.
Oh, you got the flowers. You hiding the flowers.
I'm just saying. I didn't know if these are the flowers you were giving me
those
earlier.
Flowers. So we could put one. You could put one glove on.
There we go. I'm not touching them.
No, not for the gloves, because we're gonna plate this up now, right? This is my favorite part of the meal right here. Plating up, making it look nice and pretty.
Gotcha.
Getting everything all together.
Details. Is there an art to plating?
Plating, you always want to build up.
Oh. Okay.
Start in the center and just build up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and get this nice and incorporated.
Student right now.
We'll build it up like that. Hit it with a little bit of
that wop right there.
Cheese.
Okay.
Hit a little bit of parsley. Yeah. And there you go. Just put some flowers around the place and make it nice and pretty like that.
Oh, so we're not doing a yours versus mine type thing.
Oh yeah, we are.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Because you didn't leave me that many flowers, but okay, that's okay.
Oh no, we got a whole bouquet.
Oh, we got a whole.
Flowers.
Okay, yeah. Give me the other bouquet. I'm about to let me. You know what I'm saying? Show you what I'm capable of doing. Okay, you said build up. So what you want to do is build.
You want to build it up.
You want to build it up and incorporate the mirepoix.
Yeah, that part.
That part. Hold on.
So you put the glove on the wrong hand.
I did?
Yeah, because you got to.
I'm not touching it though. I didn't touch it though.
Yeah, but you got to use your hand to kind of build it. You don't.
Got it. Okay.
It's your plate, so you can touch it if you want.
You're right. But still, I want to get the whole little action down.
Right.
The right way. Well, I could have just did it with the left hand. Or the right hand, sorry. Boom. I guess that part I wasn't paying attention to. Okay. Boom. Boom. Oh, see, I already messed up the sauce.
It's okay. We're going to clean that up. All
right. Hold on. Let me see if I can get one more. Because I don't like, you got that one little thing. I can't do that. See, I got to just, you got the little, boom. See, you cheating on that part. I mean, how'd you get that part to kind of go? That was luck right there.
It's magic.
Nah, that was luck right there.
Want me to do it for you?
Hold on. Not just yet. Let me. Oh, this ain't looking too pretty. Go ahead, do your Chef Junie magic, man.
You got it.
Hold on. I can't have you. There we go.
Yeah, you got it.
It's like a birthday cake now. So I gotta wipe this around, right?
You know.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. That's why I didn't want to. This ain't looking too good right now. But
let me help you out a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead and well, the intentions were there to make.
You executed it. You executed it. You know? Clean up the edges a little bit, like that. You know?
Man.
Then you can hit it with the parm.
Little young parm.
So what does the future hold for Chuck Dizzle?
Man, I always tell people, man, just wherever the space of media is, that's where I kind of want to be. That's where I want Homegrown to be. Nobody saw podcasts what it was going to be 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Obviously, we're in every single space in that aspect, but I just want to just build my brand and represent possibility. Show people like from where they saw us come up, that yo, if you have a passion about something, if you have dedication, you can literally do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And especially, I'm really more or less want people to kind of go towards the things that they love to do. I did. That's cool though. I mean, cause look, I gotta make up for the other stuff that that doesn't look so well on this side. So if you focus on the flowers, you won't see the little mess around that.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do that part.
You can do that. You can add it how you want to add it. There we go.
I want to represent possibility, man, and show that even when you F up on a plate like this, it's still about how you present it, how you do it.
That's the future projections.
That's the future. Possibilities. Anything, right?
So there you have it, everybody.
Yes.
Chef Junie's Ragu.
Can I be Chef Chuck now? Since
Chef Chuck, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, okay. There we have it. We're going to do it Chef Chuck.
There we go.
And Chef Junie. Short rib, ragu pasta. You did all the work. So
I did. You did all the work. I did.
So we want you to go home and feed your family this delicious meal. We're going to let you go ahead.
No, I'm going to just take this to the house.
No, we want you to go home and cook it.
Yeah, but I'm going to take this to the house right now because, you know, the wife's probably waiting on.
But I want you to taste it first.
I got to taste it first?
Yeah, taste it first. Taste it first. Then we can take it to the house and have wifey taste it. That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of having her judge me.
Nah, you
go ahead and
let
you taste
it.
And tell me what you think.
I want to get some of that short rib on there.
Get some of the mirepoix mixed up in there. You can eat the flowers too, so you get a piece of flour on there too.
Oh, that's a big ass bite. Hold on. I trust myself. Hold on. I'm actually surprised that I cooked this. It's good.
It's good. This could be served in a restaurant. I can see this at a 5-star dining.
I'm low-key surprised that this shit is good. I'm not, because I just know me. Nothing, your skills are up there, but since I had a hand in this, I was low-key worried. It's really good.
But you had a good teacher, so, you know, I ain't gonna pat myself
on the back. Pat yourself on the back for this shit.
Do you have anything you want to tell the people where they can find you, what's coming up next, where to look out for you?
We finished showing.
All that good stuff. That's the fun part. Just
at Chuck Dizzle everywhere. Be on the lookout for more Homegrown Radio episodes. And just elevation. That's what it's all about. Find me anywhere at Chuck Dizzle. Easy to find me, all right?
And you already know, if you made it to this part of the video, you might as well hit that like button.
Please.
Hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, leave me a comment down below. If you guys want to see anybody else in the kitchen with Chef Junie, tag them in the video down below, put them in the comments, and we'll see y'all next time, all right? Peace.
I'm surprised.